The square root property of equality is a handy algebraic tool for being able to solve certain equations of the form x squared equals k. So if you're given that a variable squared is set equivalent to some constant k, then you can solve it by invoking the square root property of equality to write that the variable is equivalent to plus or minus the square root of the constant k. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have that x squared is equivalent to 9. Then, by invoking the square root property, you can write that x is equivalent to plus or minus the square root of 9, which of course is 3 or negative 3. They don't always have to be perfect squares on the right-hand side. Here's another example. If you're given that x squared is equivalent to 8, then x is equivalent to plus or minus the square root of 8, and that would be positive 2 roots of 2 or negative 2 roots of 2. Recall that the way we get that is by writing that 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, and we see that these two 2's inside will come out as a single 2, and we get 2 roots of 2. Here's another example. If you have something multiplied to your variable term, you'll need to isolate the variable before you can solve for it. I'll leave that property up there. So again, we're invoking the square root property, but only once we have the variable isolated. Isolate the variable first. So let's divide by 6 on both sides, and we'll get that x squared is equal to 4, and we can invoke the property to see that x is equal to plus or minus 2. That's 2 or negative 2.